Susie Goodwin here. If you're podcast coaching with me, I'm going to recommend Anchor every single time as your host, and here's why. It's free. There are creation tools that allow you to record and edit your podcast right from your phone or computer. And then Anchor will also distribute your podcast for you, so it can be heard on places like Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and many more. You guys, you can make money from your podcast with no minimum listenership, and it quite literally has everything you need to become a podcaster right in one place. Download the free Anchor app or go to anchor.fm to get started. Welcome to Serve Then Sell. This is an album-style show dedicated to network marketing and direct sales professionals who do things differently. This fourth season, or album as we refer to it, is with Erica Rothenberger. She's a leader at Isogenics and mentor to a number of entrepreneurs who are also moms. This album is themed Show Up, and you'll hear us discuss how consistency counts in every area of selling and leading. Welcome to episode 4 of Serve Then Sell. Album 4 is all about showing up with Erica Rothenberger. You guys, we could not have a conversation about showing up in network marketing and direct sales without talking about the haters. You know what I'm talking about. Dealing with MLM haters. Now, hear me when I say we are going to be respectful, but Erica and I are going to talk about the perception of men and women in our industry. We are going to talk about why folks behave like they do, the spammy type practices. We're going to talk about also consumers. We're going to talk about our potential customers that immediately have a guard up and how we can deal with that and show up in our business and for ourselves every day. Without further ado, here's your girl, Erica. All right, Serve Then Sell listeners, I have got a treat for you. I've got Erica Rothenberger with me. We are going to discuss dealing with MLM, network marketing, direct sales haters. Hi, Erica. How are you?
Hey, Susie. I'm doing great. How are you doing?
I am fantastic. And before I pass the ball to you, teammate, I want to make sure that we clarify with the listeners. We are not trying to be mean girls here. We want to come to this topic respectfully. And guys, we are acknowledging that people, the bad practices that give this industry a bad name, we understand that oftentimes people don't know any better. The practices are handed down to them. That's one of the reasons we're recording this album, because it's up to us to make sure people are educated and they do know better. We can change our little part in this industry, in this world. So, Erica, let's talk about that bad perception. What in the world am I talking about here?
That is such a great question, Susie. We probably could talk for hours on end about this, but basically to me, it really boils down to what people don't know. And I will say that I was an example of that. I didn't know what I didn't know. I used to look at network marketing in a very different light. And it was truly because of my lack of knowledge or my lack of understanding of what the industry was about. When I finally had the confidence within myself to take a look at it and realized what it was, I was blown away and was like, thank goodness I didn't stop at thinking, hey, listen, this is only for those type of people or these type of people, or I have to be, a salesperson to be able to do this. That it truly could be something that I shared and something that I could share with so many other people.
I mean, I love that you're saying like your mindset first affected maybe some of the actions that you took in representing your brand.
Absolutely. And that mindset is so critical, because let's face it, we will always have people that aren't willing to look, aren't willing to turn that stone. And most of it, what it comes down to, Susie, I mean, let's be honest with each other. It comes down to fear. It comes down to the unknown. Why do you not want to first start, go and run that marathon? Why do you not want to start that new job? Why are you, scared to travel to a new location? It's usually fear within us. And nothing is better, as we talked about in the last episode, than action or uncovering what could be and not being afraid to take a look at it, whether it's for you or not for you.
So a lot of people listening are involved in network marketing or direct sales, and we know that we're going up against this bad perception. The industry we're seen as spammy or desperate. Guys, I'm just going to keep it real here. And so what I hear you saying, Erica, is if you are worried about that perception, every time you make a connection with somebody, you have lost from the beginning.
Absolutely. Absolutely. From the get-go, you already have that limiting mindset. So the best piece of advice that I can give to anyone, give to myself, is just be authentically you. And when you get challenged and when you feel like someone's coming after you or attacking you, remind yourself it's usually them and not you. And I love nothing more than killing people with kindness, right? When people feel like they want to cut you at the ankles, or just spread kindness, spread goodness, and stop letting those people dictate what your future is going to look like. If you stay true to yourself and you prove it through your actions, I think nothing is better.
So there's two sides to this coin, right? There are people that we might want to be connecting with and doing business with, and then there are other peers in the industry. So I hear you loud and clear, Erica. For those folks that we might want to connect with for like customer-facing purposes, it's a mindset thing, and if they're snarky with us, bless and release, kill them with kindness.
Absolutely. I think there's nothing better, and not everyone's gonna, love this industry. Not everyone's gonna understand why you're doing what you're doing, and that's okay. You're not gonna understand other things, other aspects of your life. For those that want it, be there with open arms to share it, to bless them. And like you said, for the other people who are just limited, or they don't get it, or it's just not for them, and it's okay. Like you said, bless and release is one of my favorite coin terms to share with my team, to share with myself when I feel that I'm trying to hang on to something that just, isn't going to work.
Let's talk about the other side. Let's talk about peers in the industry. How can we serve those that maybe just don't know any better? Like they're behind us on the line. How can we help them do better?
So I think, just being able to help the people that are running alongside with you, it goes back to your action and what you're doing and showing them how you can serve people in different ways. I think there's really nothing better than linking arms with people, lifting them up when you see that maybe they're struggling with those quote unquote haters, or those people that just may not be spreading them good energy. I always go, hey, listen, let's start a new team. Pretend that like your game, you're starting brand new with a blank piece of paper. Let's rebuild a new team, because there's nothing better than going out there and just finding those people that do want it, that are craving it, that are looking for that energy, that confidence in their lives to be able to do something like that. But it's easier said than done, Susie. We have to be frank with everyone. You've been there. I've been there. The top of the top have been there. And it's just making sure that, you continue to show up, B, you're real, you're authentic, and you're not afraid to share the days that you feel that you can't, or the days that you feel that, someone else is attacking you. And also then moving on, like you said, the bless and release.
I love that you say show up, because of course that is an ongoing theme with this album. Erica, do you mind if I read a quote from the book that you contributed to, You've Got This, Boss Mama?
Perfect. That'd be awesome.
It is wonderful for this conversation. Guys, listen to this. Don't let anyone dim your light simply because it's blinding them. Do you mind expanding on what that means? I love it. I'm going to read it again. Don't let anyone dim your light simply because it's blinding them.
So I think so many times, Susie, and I know I have a really, bold and fierce personality in a lot of ways. And sometimes I would notice that I would, almost become a turtle and bring it back in fear that someone's going to take it the wrong way, right? So making sure that even though it's going to blind someone else, someone may think you're too much, or someone may think, hey, listen, she's loud, or she's super excited, or she has so much enthusiasm. Who does she think she is? Not being afraid to say, hey, listen, I'm still going to put my sparkle out there. I'm not going to dim who I am because of someone else. Because at the end of the day, you're the one that needs to look in the mirror. You're the one that needs to put yourself out there. And if you can't be authentically you, your brand, your business will never grow. Your team will never grow because you can't truly put yourself out there and they feel that you may have to be someone else than you truly are.
I love this so much. And if anyone is listening and they're thinking, well, I'm not really out there, I'm more of an introvert, but I love my brand. I legit am silly about my brand. Guys, that is for you too. That is your light, your gift that you have to give. And so that quote is applicable to you as well.
Yeah, Susie, and I think that goes to, comparison, can steal all your joy, right? When you go out there, don't try to compare yourself to, well, I'm not Susie, or I'm not Erica, or I'm not whoever it is that may be some leader on your team, because your brand is going to attract other people that the Susie or the Erica may not attract. So just stay authentic to that brand.
Finally, if somebody is feeling pressure from an unsupportive network, I know that you said, hey, find a new tribe. What is an affirmation? What is some positive mantra they can tell themselves to get out there and find that new tribe?
I love it. I love it. So I love the affirmation of, I have something special to offer the world. I am attracting supportive and positive people. I believe in me, going out there and writing those down each and every day, becoming the habit of the affirmation, because it's so important. And a lot of us will say, yeah, we do affirmations. And to me, I was like, I'm always generally am a positive person, but until I started taking pen to paper and writing down those affirmations, it's hard to really believe it. And the second part of that is really feeling that affirmation, truly feeling that you have something special to offer the world. And whether that's your smile, whether that's a product, whether that's a business opportunity, that you truly know that you can spread that sparkle throughout the world of whatever that is that you're putting out there. Writing down those affirmations each and every day, waking up and saying, who can I bless and serve today? To me is so, so, so critical in that affirmation and that mindset that you have each and every day.
I love it. And there's no better way to wrap up this episode about dealing with network marketing haters. Show up, you guys. Show up for yourself. And affirmations are a key to that. Thank you for listening to Serve Then Sell. Album 4 is with Erica Rothenberger, and it's all about showing up for yourself and in your business. We talk this through the lens of network marketing or direct sales. I hope you enjoyed this episode and will pass it on to someone else in the industry who could be blessed by it. You can also go to Erica, that's with a K, ERIKA.servethenSell.com, erica.servethenSell.com, and you'll see all of the episode notes and resources, everything for this entire album, which can be listened to one by one or all at once as a masterclass. I want to thank Erica again for joining me as the co-host for this album, and you guys remember to show up.